Now, members of the police service are holding a mass meeting in Khayelitsha today over what they say are unfair labor practices. Officers claim their pleas about nepotism have been ignored by provincial as well as national police bosses. eNCA's Athi Mtongana joins us live now from Cape Town. Now, Athi, the claims they're making are quite serious claims. Do they have any evidence of what they are alleging?
Well, before we begin, Tabang, I'd just like to show you the members of the South African Police Service that are here out in their numbers in Khayelitsha. What they're doing right now currently is just giving points to the chairperson of the union that is representing them, outlining some of the issues that they are discussing and that they'll be putting forward going forward as well as to the Minister of Police and obviously the Police Portfolio Committee in Parliament. In fact, I have with me a member of Parliament who's part of that Police Portfolio Committee who's here to listen to some of the grievances that they do have as members of the South African Police. Now, the police service is an essential service to the country. What have you heard from these members and what will you be taking to Parliament, to the Police Portfolio Committee that you're part of?
Yes, thank you very much. Indeed, if you see the very large turnout here, clearly it says there must be substance to the concerns that they are raising. Some of which are, they're speaking about promotions where they find that officers that had joined the force 10, 12, 15 years ago are being overlooked for those that might have just been engaged by the South African Police Services in the last year or two. Over and above that, there are serious other concerns, the danger allowances that they provide, the fact that the South African Police Service, the department, government is not willing to enter into dialogue with them, to listen to their concerns. They've sent in a petition, they've written to the Portfolio Committee, and very little or nothing is being done with them. Promotions has continued, and my understanding is that at the end of this month, further promotions are going to be concluded. And I think what the South African Police Services, the officers are calling for, is that before any further promotions are concluded, that you need to listen to them, we need to tell them what the criteria that is being used, we need to explain to them how is it that certain officers can come in overnight and be promoted whilst others have been in the service for such a long time. Now, I think it's a very, very important thing, but these officers provide a very essential service. Over and above them, the most difficult task or job today, particularly in South Africa, is that of the police officers. And most of these that you see are on the first line of attack, taking into consideration that safety and security is a serious challenge in South Africa. Now, I cannot understand why we as government have not sat down with them and deliberated on the issues and come to some agreement as to what exactly is the problem. Now, I think what we need now is this, and this is what I would be taking back to the Portfolio Committee, is for immediate engagement with the leadership representing these people, because it is my understanding it is not just the Western Cape, it is throughout the country. Now, repeatedly over a period of time, I personally have been addressing in Parliament the challenges, because we've been getting concerns raised by officers throughout the country in terms of promotions, in terms of benefits, housing allowance, danger allowance, the fact that they are the target of criminals and there's very little protection. Added to that is the fact that when an officer dies, payment or benefits take very long time, and there's inconvenience to the loved ones that are left behind. So we've been addressing this, but it looks like the time has come now that this matter needs serious attention. If not, remember, the service that these people pay, it can bring the entire country to a standstill. You've already heard some of the concern raised that there's not going to be a peaceful election because they're not going to provide the services. Now the question is, why do we need to go there? We have a responsibility to talk to these people because they are part and parcel of us. And that is what I am here as a public representative, as a member of Parliament. It is my responsibility that whether anyone on the ground, including our officers, have a concern, it is my responsibility to take it forward and ensure that we deal with the matter appropriately.
Quickly, before I let you go, will you be summoning, do you perhaps have an idea whether the Portfolio Committee will be summoning the Police Minister to come and answer to the claims that they do have as members of the SAPS?
Indeed, I'm going to ensure that this matter is put on the agenda. I would be sending correspondence through to the chairperson, to the minister, so that the minister must come to the Portfolio Committee and raise these concerns. And I think what is also very important, because remember, the department, the minister reports to the Portfolio Committee on Police. What must happen is this: those that are disgruntled, particularly the leadership, must be given an opportunity to come and and raise their concerns in the portfolio committee, and the minister and his team must come and respond to it accordingly.
Right, thank you very much. The Minister of Police definitely will have to come down and listen to some of the complaints that have been brought forward by members of the South African Police who have not ruled out the possibility of downing tools, even though the Minister has said on record that it would be illegal for them to go and strike. However, they will not rule out the possibility of downing tools. Tabang.